What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's just my leg. Yeah. Good morning. You just keep going live all the time. I think, mind I said ages ago, I was like, decades building up. It's kind of true. Kind of you feel like you've been stifled. Maybe to a certain extent you stifle yourself, but you get to the point you go, well, I'm at the point where I've got fucking things to say, so why not say them, Occasionally I just like start with no plan, just talk, and then the way I feel in the moment, just see if I come up with something. It's the same kind of themes and stuff, really, isn't it? But yeah, like I said before, you know what you're getting, don't you? It's like journaling, isn't it? It's like, this represents the way I am at this precise moment in time. And then, of course, moments pass, I've changed. 2 seconds later, I'm different. Again. It's like, do you ever feel like, that song? See, not even started in the morning. I did got some material, if you can call it that. I'm going to keep catching that butterfly in that dream of mine. Keep catching that butterfly in that dream of mine. Whoa, yeah, don't buy Vauxhall cars, they're shit. That's what he said on the live thing. I remember watching that back in the day. Verve Live, Hey Hall, look it up. A good concert, a bit melancholy, but it worked for the time, kind of. Heroin chic, whatever, something like that. The drugs don't work. Well, they do. To quote Bill Hicks, what about all the positive drug stories? Insert your positive drug stories, come and it's actually saved the day. Like when they were saying, in the flight, booze, causes aggression. Well, how many times is it? I didn't get aggressive when I'm drunk, occasionally, but very occasionally. Mostly I'm a kind of serene, sublime, love, supreme, Ken Santana. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and then we thought that the world would change, but actually got worse. Muhammad Ali, look at him as well. Look what he did there, and he did obviously inspire a lot of black and white artists, musicians, people, and but then you kind of go, well, some people didn't get the memo. Be the best you. Consciousness raising, Ken Marx, all that. But he wasn't perfect, but was he? But he did. They contributed a lot. Emulate the greats. So I'm the Muhammad Ali of Scotland. I am over the chest thing. It's just like the weather, and you get that occasional wee tickle and everything from the. You get it from cycling as well. It's not just a chest infection. You know what I mean? Shake it out. Join with me in morning yoga. Shake it out. Shake it off. Come on. What else? I went down to live this morning. That was quite nice. Went on the computer, uploaded my Strava rides, and chopped one of my videos down. I go back to the catching the butterfly thing. I said to somebody once, right, and they were like, you looked at me funny, like, what the fuck do you mean, dude? You look like you're on drugs there, Well, sorry for being poetic. I was saying, in speaking on the catching the butterfly, yeah, but it's a bit like life, isn't it? Butterflies are there, you try and catch one, and I want to catch that one, and then there's another one, and by the time you've done it, there's more, and it's elusive. The creative thing in life's a bit elusive, isn't it? Because you grasp what you can, but it's moving target, and very philosophical, Dave. Thanks very much. What else? This is kind of like Zen and the Art of Cycle Maintenance, and it was that book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle. I started reading it, but I wasn't quite well read and sophisticated enough and maybe worldly enough to have got into it. It was a bit too fucking else. A bit, people say I'm off my head. So look at any of these writers, some of them travel right out their backside and go way out there. Well, I've gone way out there in the cycling, haven't I? As Buzz Aldrin has been to the moon. And then he came back and he punched the guy in the face because the guy told him he didn't go to the moon. I'm like, really? Inability of someone else to see your worth does not diminish your own worth? fucking hell, I'm the astronaut that's been out there, not just with the cycling, but with the creative thing, and to some extent the film thing as well, but keep that shit to yourself, because it's not socially acceptable. But, I came back with some glorious stories, wake folk up, this is what it's about, actually live life through the heart, to quote Frank Gallagher, but I didn't fucking need him to tell me that, because I already count that shit. When I turned up, no heart with the guy, he's a good guy, but what I mean, God makes men what they are, I already can, that was funny. Yeah, but I'm not slagging him off. He was good, right? He's alright. But I'm just saying, I didn't need fucking people to tell me things, to patronise me, motherfucker. I'm only joking, am I? So like, at the end of the day, I ken my shit. See if you, just on that point, you can turn up to something, and then you go, I already ken that. Why you tell me something I already ken? I could teach you a few things, and I think that speaks to the whole everyone, you should learn, if you want to be good at anything, just as a person, the Great Gatsby, well-rounded man, learn for anybody, you know what I mean? Learn for anybody. I learn for that tree, learn for kids, animals, learn from as much from the bullshit that you get from other people as much as the good things. In other words, I don't want to be like that, or you could go, this guy's fucking it confirms that I'm at a higher level with certain things than I thought I was, and stuff like that, personal development hashtag and all that kind of thing. Personal development, that was a funny thing in it with the cycling. Some people, unenlightened fools that have never been in the gym in their entire life, they didn't actually understand that it does actually, it's not just like it actually is a whole artistic, creative, personal development thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not just like, it teaches you so much. That's why, Dave and the art of cycle maintenance, you can get philosophical, it's a huge thing, teaches you about life, increases your, if you're flooding your brain through brain with, just on that level, just on the chemical level, right, just on that, you're flooding your brain with feel-good chemicals all the time, right? Well, is that going to rewire your brain? I think so, I think the proof of the pudding's in the eating, and the fruits of the labour of that are there to be seen in me and how I am today. I'm a better man than I was 8 years ago, isn't I? Partly due to this, but again, it's more than that, isn't it? It's like, you've got to actually get up and do the thing. This thing's not going to ride itself. So you've got to have it teaches a bit discipline, increases your life force, increases your intelligence, helps heal you, mental health. Then it's like, it becomes a chess game. See, when you're racing, it becomes a chess game, so that, get in the game, to quote Michelangelo, but so you're doing it, and that's a whole game there, isn't it? But it's a game sometimes when you're out doing things. But I'm working. It's a game, no, a fun game. Yes, a fun game to a point, but it's a game. A game of chess on wheels. And you go out and it teaches you a lot about yourself and life and everything. And as I say, you've got to have the discipline, the motivation. Teaches you about all that sort of stuff, so that when you turn up to work, it becomes like a superpower. Because you go, well, this job's a breeze, so like I said before, some of the other creative achievements I don't think I would have done if it hadn't been for this, because this is your secret weapon, like that newspaper article that I posted out years ago about, cyclists have the edge at work. Not that everyone's a competition, it is and it isn't, but, get in the game, eye the tiger, turn up for work, endorphins are flowing, you turn up in a good mood, you turn up, relax, chill, relax so I can play, or relax so I can work, Now, of course, when you're actually doing the thing, then if you're trying to get better at something, you try to get better at anything in life, it's got to mature you as a person, but again, some people that didn't have I think a lot of people would benefit from having, I'm not trying to sound like I'm in a ranty, preachy pulpit, I'm not trying to do that, I'm just talking about it is what it is, it's the truth, right? If you have any kind of thing that you're into, even if it's studying the history of the monarchy or whatever, you study something or you try and get better at something, just in this, just fixing the thing, it teaches you a lot about, Zen, teaches you character and learn, you already kind of deal before you've even done this, but, learning to cope with disappointment, and I can't even put it into words, but, That's why we do it. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Any more cliches? Yeah, plenty of them. But you could do, well, like I say, you know, it's mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. You know, it really increases the, you know, so you feel like you can do anything. No, but of course, then you feel like high as a kite. You feel like a king walking around Superman when you do well, and you go, oh, to quote Graham Bree when he talked about this before, the thing that he was looking this to help, suddenly it'll be accepted and life is going to be perfect. Nah, your life's still going to be life, and if anything, life becomes more of a challenge when you do well at something, because you feel even more aloof. You feel like, oh, nobody understands me. So then that's why the club's there, isn't it? Hang about with like-minded people, so at least you can feel like you're part of something. They will understand. They'll feel, just being in a room with people that understand and respect what you're doing. You know, didn't flaunt your achievements to folk that didn't understand it. But again, you shouldn't be going around, going to the pub and, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. Nobody cares really at the end of the day. But you know, and it's been a good run. We're doing all this stuff, and as I say, we're at a time out, and we are doing it again. But again, we're just gradually increasing the speed. We're only doing about 13.5, 14 mile an hour average speed, but again, that's clever. It doesn't mean I'm shit. It doesn't mean I'm getting slower as I'm getting older. It means I'm becoming more, I'm having more self-control, more control, which Keith Johnson, again, learn for anyone. He's a bit of, you know, genius, that guy. The stuff I learned for him, just be, you know, he used to say things, words of wisdom. Again, I've picked up words of wisdom and knowledge, wisdom, and understand from loads of sources, and you accumulate it and use it in your own way, you know, and it just confirms some things, you know. Sometimes you go, oh, that thing that I thought, throw that out. Well, no, kind of like that, but I'm to interpretation, you know, and you come with your own thing, and then you didn't go paralysis, you just go, at some point you go, I think I know enough, I can do it. But Keith Johnson used to say things like, he would say, it's not really about, this is quite good. I used to, when I was hanging around with Keith Johnson, we used to go cycle around together, you know, and that was quite a fun, exciting time, you know, doing the training, the double hill climb championship wins and all that. And he would say things like, again, I learned from him. He wasn't as good a cyclist as me, but he had the knowledge, you know, just because, as I was saying before about the coaches and the mentors, gurus, some people know this shit. They're not physically able to do certain things, but it doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. One of the things he said was, he was a wee coach as well, older than me as well. Good guitarist, musician, you know, well-rounded, you know, man, he knows some shit. And he was saying about, it's not really about, it's control, it's as much, he said some good things that went in. He said things, and he knows, I bumped into him a few times, he knows some things that he said helped me, you know, or I took on board, we say, you know, I did look up to him in a way, you know, but he'd say, it's as much self-control, it's as much not pushing it, and that speaks to the 80-20 rule we're now doing, you know. So the confidence, again, O'Brien talked about this, the confidence to not push it, to see me on race day, the confidence to almost undertrain, you know. Train hard, yes, but don't train hard too often too soon, too often too much too often. So that the self-control, the maturity, we have the discipline, but it's now at the point. That's why I posted that video before about the Mega Miles thing. It's a good way to kind of, no sentimentally, but looking back proud, that still informs what we do. It's a good glance but no stare at the past, and you go, yeah, we did all that shit, but now it's no little glory days, Bruce Springsteen, oh, I'm shit now. No, it's now that we touch on that and we go, yeah, we can be better by being more, you know, smarter, not harder, you know. So anyway, what was the anything else? Nah, fuck it, that'll do. Better get to work. When it is Friday feeling? No, really, I wasn't really feeling it today, but again, discipline. Went to the library, and I will confess to, I had a dragon suit before work yesterday, but that, you know, it's not as much as I was doing before, because this year's a different year. It's like frugal, not spending a lot of money on food. We're not starving ourselves, but we're being careful now. We're not buying takeaways, we're not buying alcohol as much, and you know, I might buy the occasional wee one after work on a Friday, whatever, but spending less, working hard. But I'm not working now, I need to get to work, but you know what I mean, it's all been clever, but the discipline. You didn't feel like getting up and look at the weather. It's not that bad, but you know, you get up and you go, well, every day we're doing this, and cycled into the thing, put the money in the bank, cycle to work, and you know, the proof of the, you know, what I'm saying about the cycling. It was good that the car was fucked, by the way, wasn't it? The car no longer ran. I really did do a Highway Star race it to through the Greyhound. Really did, because remember those POV videos I was doing last year, 100 mile an hour, bombing it, foot to the floor. That wasn't good for it, but I mean, it was not splash legs anyway, but I don't have the Clio anymore. But that was good because I'm cycling all the time. Graham O'Brien never had a car, still doesn't have a car, rides everywhere. He might get on the train here or there, take his bike on the train, but cycle everywhere, and that's been good because conditioning. I was looking at my Strava thing, the graph of the mileage, and I'm going consistently 80, 90 miles. This week I want to be doing 150 miles. I said that before. I want to be a day long one on Sunday, like maybe Kirkcudbright or Glasgow or something like that. So, you know, then big mileage, and then it's all good, innit? Then we're up to 150 miles. So it's consistent, you know, but you can't win, like, anyway, finish with a song. I've done all of them. I've done the Bon Jovi. It's all, I've got my, you know, if I didn't I don't need your fucking band. I could turn up and the Coach and the Horses be like, why is name? They invite me, you know, drumming again. Nah, I could sing these fucking 10 songs right now, a cappella, and rap song, Kelly Vaseva. Present me like today, yes, love, rough, rest, my love, cell, see, few far between their full sacred, that's my has my focus. Lead to me there, but because I'm trying to fish the nugget. I'm not even doing it properly, I can't. Stop the fish up, and I can set it up, but feel what the top of the hope you're picking up. Let's play musical chair, one of my favourite games, especially, you know, I'm still standing, but every day. Imagine the brains, I can't, all that, and deal a whole fucking set, boom, as fast as possible. Like these 10 songs right off the top of me. I'm not going to do it because I've got to save myself a work, but I mean, like, can, NACO, has my focus right there.